is Ridiculously Happy Ppl Cast. I'm Sophia Lemon, photographer and professional shit disturber. I want to help you be more ridiculously happy people. That's what this show is about. And my guests and I are swapping stories about ditching the cultural rules that get in the way. In this episode, I'm talking with holistic nutritionist Hannah Greig about finding joy and purpose through creative flow, navigating hormonal changes and life transitions, and rebuilding real-world connections in a tech-obsessed world. If you love deep, curious conversations that mix science with soul and stories that remind you of how human you actually are, tap that subscribe button and keep listening. What makes you ridiculously happy, Hannah?
Well, I always have so many answers to this question, but the thing that makes me ridiculously happy these days in particular is being so engaged in something that I completely lose track of time. And typically it happens around writing these days and being in this creative energy that you can feel in your entire body. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So right now, these days, that is what makes me ridiculously happy. And like just thinking about it, I can feel it in my body. And I'm like, yes.
For me, that like I don't feel my body when I am engaged to that point. I'm just like completely focused on whatever it is I'm doing. And like, you know, that feeling like you forget to drink water and you skip lunch because you're just like so in whatever it is. So that's so interesting that you feel it in your whole body. That's so cool. But I know exactly what you're talking about. And writing, what are you writing about?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So I published my first book last December, Calm Within Chaos, Stress Management Within Perimenopause. Mm-hmm. And it was basically like a built up already with my programs that I was doing with clients, but I'm like, I just want to put this in a book. So I put it in a book. Mm-hmm. And then I published that one, and then I published Move Like a Woman, and then I published the Menopause Reboot, and then I published the journal. And so I had 4 books done by the end of June this past year. And again, the universe has blessed me so much with time these days. And like, that does also mean that I have fewer clients, but I think it's just the universe being like, you're pouring your heart and soul into these things, like go. And it's been amazing. And I couldn't find that creative energy all summer because that also involves some time and space alone. Right?
Yeah.
And so early in the summer, my son was like, Mom, why can't you write a book about men? And I was like, well, I can. I have that information too. They're a lot more simple than the complex woman is. Mm-hmm. So I in my head, I'm just like, well, like, who needs this information? Like, all the men know this. And then I was talking to my husband about it, and he's like, no one knows that. You should write this book. And I was like, okay. So that one has been, so this month I've started putting it into a book format, and it's going to be called Man Down. And it's called about how the loss of testosterone is significantly impacting a man's health. And so yeah, that is what I'm getting lost in these days. And I've got an hour blocked off later today to continue on.
Wow.
And I'm hoping in the next 2 weeks for it to be published as well.
Okay. I love how you said like men are simple. That's what I would have assumed as well. Well, and honestly, like logically speaking, I would think that the concept of testosterone, you know, lowering in a man or lowering in our culture would seem pretty straightforward. But you're telling me that there is a man in your life who had no flippin' clue. So,
no, that's right.
Why don't they know this?
That's right. I don't know. It's the same reason why we don't know anything about our bodies, right? Like we're not really taught about what's actually going on and how to fix it, right? So if something goes off, how to fix it, right? And it's a lot of the same reasons why our hormones are being eroded, basically, as a man's. But again, like the simple tweaks that a man can make equate to such faster changes versus their female counterpart who may have to do smaller tweaks for weeks at a time before they notice the subtle shifts. So yeah, just everything about their body is simpler. Their digestive tract is shaped differently. They have fewer hormones they have to worry about. Like cortisol is actually incredibly helpful for them in short doses, whereas for us, it's not.
No. What? Their digestive tract is shaped differently?
It's shaped differently.
What?
Right? Yeah. So it's in a much simpler, like horseshoe shape so that it can go, like their digestion is much quicker, and ours is more like zigzaggy and it takes a lot longer for it to travel. Yeah.
I don't remember this from health class. From what I remember, Hannah, all of the digestive tracts looked exactly the same.
It was a man. It was a man mannequin that we're looking at, right?
Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I was kind of under the impression that now I am realizing is false, that men have all of the same hormones, but in different amounts. Is this accurate?
Yeah, like it's significantly less though. However, as testosterone drops because of lifestyle habits and lifestyle habits basically, it does increase estrogen. But yeah, they have very little progesterone in there. Cortisol, again, like their cortisol sensitivity is significantly, like they can withstand a lot more than we can.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And like, whereas we have much less testosterone and more estrogen and progesterone. So yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You know.
I am so smart. It's all the books I'm reading, Hannah.
That's right. That's right. Yes. Yes.
So this is interesting. Are you just going to what are you going to do with all of this? Like, are you still wanting to work one-on-one with people, or are you do you have a bigger message for more people?
I don't know that answer because it doesn't, I shouldn't say it doesn't always, but these days working one-on-one feels less aligned than it used to. And I think the reason being is that I know that if someone read a book, then they could easily be able to, follow the steps in the book, change, give the book to someone else, so on and so forth. But I do know that accountability is really, really important for a lot of people. So in that sense, yes, I love being that support person. But yeah, I don't want it to be, the goal was always time freedom and financial freedom, right? And while working full schedule one-on-one, that equals financial freedom for sure. It doesn't really equal time freedom. Whereas having this beautiful mixed bag of my books selling when I'm, at the beach or something, and then, having, 10 to 15 hours a week of one-on-one clients. I like that balance so much better. And my son yesterday was like, Mom, when are you going to stop working? And I was like, I'm only in my 30s, friend, but I don't know. And I'm like, but I'm trying to set my business up so that I can still be making money when I'm quote, retired.
Yeah.
So the goal here is not that I want to stop working per se. It's that I want to be still spreading the message when I'm traveling the world and relaxing on a beach somewhere.
That's interesting, because I kind of get the impression that we've set ourselves up in our culture to, you work for this designated period of time until you retire, and then you can enjoy your life. And you kind of get a hint of it for a couple of weeks every year when you go on vacation somewhere. And have you seen that video on Instagram? It's popped up a few times for me, of a professor somewhere, don't know who the heck he is, but he's talking about menopause and why humans have menopause. And that women go through menopause because, now they're becoming like the grandmother, and they have things to teach the next generation to help care for the children. And like, her job is not done. It's just different. And I was like, wow. And like, kind of blew my mind, because I'm like, this absolutely makes sense. And I'm hearing this from a lot of people, like, I'm never going to stop working. And I'm observing it with my parents, who have retired and are now more busy than they have ever been in their lives. We don't, like, there's definitely something to having a purpose in your life. And I feel like maybe the goal is not just to sit on the beach, but to feel like you are living your purpose, right? And being productive.
Totally.
Yeah. I mean, obviously you've kind of figured out what your purpose is.
I mean, I might change my mind. I don't know.
I mean, you can.
Yeah, exactly. I can shift. And it is, I have this big goal of, reaching, millions of people worldwide just with ease. And I can't do that just by doing one-on-one calls with people. So yes, that is where the shift has kind of happened. And going back to the menopause comment that you mentioned, I love that. And I also think that a lot of women just need to have that huge reframe in their mind of like, this is just the beginning. Like, your life is actually starting right now. And needing to embrace that shift. And you're a completely different woman from a biochemical standpoint now. So it makes total sense that some of the things that you used to do that worked and felt good aren't going to feel good anymore, and they're not going to work in your body. And just adopting a new lifestyle to fit your new you, basically. Like, you're such a different woman than you were in your menstruating years. So embrace it.
Okay, so like,
and love it.
How is it different? Because I'm not going to lie to you. Like, well, my mother is now lifting weights right now. And it's like,
I love it.
Kind of cool to watch.
I know.
Also, I can make fun of her when she's like complaining about like, having to bend over to pick stuff up. I'm like, you're deadlifting like so much more than that. Like, stop it. Like, you can bend over and pick this up. Stop.
Yeah. I love it. Yeah. Well, just so different because estrogen has shifted downwards. Progesterone has shifted downwards. Cortisol hopefully has shifted as well. But in a lot of women, when they continue to try and live in the same way that they had been previously, cortisol gets really, really high. And that often is where the like belly fat comes in and all of the symptoms, the hot flashes, the insomnia, the bone density challenges, all of the things, right? So you have to look at that transition and really start adapting your life to not be elevating cortisol and slowing down in some things, but also, ramping up in other things that maybe you didn't have the time to do before. So like a lot of menopausal women have these like communities now, right? Like they're doing things socially that they've never done before. They're, you know, lifting weights. Like, is your mom going to a gym to do this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like they're adopting these brand new like social networks, and that social connection piece is so powerful and so overlooked by our generation because, well, in perimenopause and premenopause, I should say, because we don't have a lot of extra time to be forming these social networks and these communities, right? And plus the age of technology, like we're so connected that we're almost disconnected from everyone else. Whereas now, when we can have these communities, it is a huge stress buffer, right? And that social connection piece actually acts as a hormonal support for so many women in that postmenopause age category. I don't even remember what I started talking about. I feel like it was a tangent.
Tangents are good. I like tangents. Like, speaking about the community piece, like, how much change have you seen, and we'll say specifically with women, because we are such social creatures, like post COVID, with like how women are processing stress even? Because I think we unfortunately really learned to socially distance in those few years. And I think I'm observing people having a lot of trouble peopling now.
Totally.
And I think it's like not great. Like even having these conversations like virtually, like over video, it's like such a different experience to socialize with someone like this than it is to socialize with someone in person. And like, you know,
oh my God. Yeah.
Like have the body language and all of that stuff as a part of the experience, and just being in someone else's energy and not have it just be sound and like chest up. Like
That's right. That's right.
Like
no.
How much are you telling like your clients, like go out and hang out with your friends?
Oh my God, all the time. And yeah, it's also like a weird time in my age generation. You're the same age, I think, as well. Where some old friendships have dissolved. And because of the, like, for example, my children, the ages that they are, like, were sports, all the sports all the time. And so adopting new friendships in the sports parents network. And then like my other friends, I'm like, I haven't seen you in like, it feels like a year because my life is so sports. And I think that a lot of parents are in a similar situation, but also so many women basically lost that ability to like feel connected to humans in COVID because there was such a disconnect, right? And I do see a lot that it is almost like a protective barrier that women aren't allowing themselves to get close to other women again, because there is this like fear of like, it could just be eroded in an instant again. And we'd have to go back to just looking at each other on the computer. So yeah, so it's like, it's almost processing a trauma that happened in order to step into socializing and community again. And again, the biggest roadblock there is that they just don't have time. Like, I don't have time in my calendar to do that. And I'm like, well, we need to block off time because it is one of the fundamental pieces of being a human that you have community and like your tribe. So we need to block it off. That's all there is to it. And that is probably the hardest piece of advice that I give clients.
And are they really resistant to it? Like, I'm having these conversations with some of my friends and they're complaining about being busy and sore and like, you know, they just have so much to do. I'm like, I think maybe you should take a break. Like, I can't. when am I going to take a break? And I think I'm actually very guilty of this as well. Although I do like my naps.
Yeah.
But like I'm making plans with a friend right now, and we're like discussing what we're going to do. And literally, I think my suggestion is going to be, let's go to a park and lay in the grass. Can we just do that? We could just chat. Like,
yes.
Like, what happened that all of a sudden we don't have any time for anything? Honestly.
Well, I think we do, but I think we do have time. It's just our time is being spent staring at a phone, doom scrolling, and forgetting about like what is actually important. And you know as well as I do that you can get lost in that scroll. Yeah. And then a half an hour has passed and you're watching videos of women washing their face and removing blackheads.
Which is like weirdly satisfying.
It is.
I don't know what your feed looks like. I'm actually quite interested because my Instagram feed and my Facebook feed, which are theoretically on reasonably the same algorithm, are different. So if I'm on Facebook, I'm seeing way too many Karen videos, and I'll watch them because I'm like, oh, come on, what did she do? And what happens at the end? And I mean, sometimes they get arrested and sometimes it just cuts off. And then I feel like it's such a cliffhanger and I need to know what happened. But my Instagram feed, like I've trained it quite well. And I see mostly ducks and sheep and cows and dogs, which is great. I love that. I can also get lost in those. You know, duck feet on hardwood floors, so good.
So cute. No, mine is significantly different as well. My Facebook is mostly like just people post. Like I don't see a lot of like reels on my Facebook. It's just more so like people, my like friends and like Facebook. I'm not on Facebook as much anymore. But oh my God, my Instagram these days, it is, well, the combination of the women with the blackhead scrub that I'm like, I'm so tempted to buy this right now.
Yes.
It might be a scam, but like I'm so bought in.
Yep.
And then also, this is hilarious, but A Court of Thorns and Roses, it's like masked fairymen. Oh. And, do you know this series?
No. I'm intrigued.
Wow. Yeah. So like it's fantasy and, but they have all these like very muscular men with masks on my like reels in Instagram these days. And I'm just like, okay, this is, I like this, but like, this is too much.
I get that with Banana Ball. Do you know what I'm talking about? Which is absolutely in my feed with the guys, like the super athletic baseball players who clearly grew up dancing. And I'm like, I'm like, for these men, like these men must love life. Like they are managing to play a form of professional baseball, but they get to dance the entire time. Like these are for sure the class clowns.
God, could you imagine?
Who's like, they totally got like, does not pay attention in class at all. Like is constantly in trouble.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. And, I have friends that are always sending me these like interesting, like health reels and like, perimenopause and natural stuff. And I'm like, why is this not my feed? Like, this is all I post about. Oh. But here we are. And I get masked, shirtless men.
Apparently it thinks that you like that.
So, I mean, I don't mind.
It's not bad. Okay, well then let's talk for a minute about like what this does to us. What does scrolling on our phone? And I assume the impact is, other than like directly stressing you out. Like, I notice when I get off of Facebook and I've been looking at those Karen videos, like, I do not feel good. I feel crappy about the entire world. But I would imagine even looking at the good stuff is not so good for a human.
No, no, it's not. It's the instant like dopamine rush, and it can be very addictive. Because our brains are instantly being programmed to have instant gratification as soon as we open our phone and start the scroll. And that is so damaging for our entire hormonal composition, because it's not real. It's not real connection. It's not real happiness. It's just like a dopamine spike. And then you need more and more of it the longer you do it, right? It's like any drug. You need more to get the gratification that you're looking for. And so it's a very slippery slope when it comes to scrolling and phone addiction. And I used to, like, I haven't had this issue in a while, but like I'll pick up my phone to do something, text someone something, and instead my finger will hit Instagram and I'll start scrolling. And it's like, what the hell? I did not come on here to do that.
Actually,
like,
what was I doing?
Why did that just happen? Yes. Put the phone down and go outside. Yeah.
I will periodically delete the apps from my phone because I do that. Like, if I find that I'm like, I don't even need to do anything on my phone, and then I'll pick it up and like open Instagram and I'm like, I literally was on this like probably 30 seconds ago. This is absurd. And I'm just doing it. I'm not even like, I'm not consciously attempting to do anything in particular, but just like compulsively picking up my phone. So I'll just delete them, and I'll find for a while I'll be picking up my phone and then the app's not there. And I'm like, it's almost like this like reminder, like, you gotta stop. Yes. And you can like feel it in your brain of like, huh? Like, why can't I get my dopamine hit? Like, what's going on? It's a weird feeling. But so it's just so easy to get sucked into so quickly. What do you do instead? Like, you say go outside for sure. Like, figure out what you actually enjoy doing, I guess.
Yes, exactly. Like, go like be present with someone, have a conversation with someone. If the weather's nice, I'll go outside and I'll like snuggle with my dog, or I'll like, do anything else that is 100,000 times more productive. Right?
Okay, here's a question. How long does it take to actually solve this like dopamine addiction problem? Like, let's say you were just to detox yourself. Like, we're going cold turkey.
I think it's like 72 hours is like the sweet spot where like you won't notice the same. No, it's not. You won't notice the same like patterns of like, you like stumble out of bed and the first thing you do is like open up your phone and look at it. You're more so like, okay, I'm gonna like go look outside and see if the weather's nice or something. Just you break that pattern. And the thing is though, is that like it can come back pretty quickly, just like any addiction, right? Like the minute you start back at it, you can start again.
Are there withdrawals from dopamine addiction?
I don't think from like, it depends on how far in you are, like how addicted you are. So like whenever there is any type of withdrawal, like you could be more, and because dopamine is like a neurotransmitter, it can trigger like feelings of like anger and like frustration and like kind of being more short with people around you. But also because dopamine is like, it's easy to get if you're actually doing things that you enjoy doing. You know, you can get that in your day pretty easily if you know, I love listening to music in the kitchen, dancing around, like instant dopamine, right? So as long as you're in tune with kind of like your likes and dislikes and can easily, you know, you can easily get that. So it's not as common as withdrawal from like alcohol or drugs.
Or do we like, I would imagine we definitely don't think of it that way, but like you say, like you could be angry, and I am noticing people are very short with each other these days and have very little patience. And we are spending so much time on our phones.
Yes.
Like, it's absurd.
Yes. It is. And like the social media feeds the last couple of weeks have been nothing but like tragedies as well. So that's really hard on the collective energy as well. And like, yeah, the probability of, you know, you feeling super happy after you're viewing all of that is very, very slim. And so that is immediately going to transfer to your social interactions in real life too, right? Like, that's just our nature, unfortunately.
So
like, negative breeds more negative.
So basically, if you're watching this clip on Instagram right now, here is your reminder to get off of Instagram right now.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Go listen to us on a podcast, but do not watch this. Go outside. Go do something else.
Oh man, I have found that I am not creative at all when I'm like scrolling through my social media feeds and I'm playing on my phone and everything. And as soon as I start, like, I go for a walk or I start driving, like, my brain has so many great ideas. Like, all of a sudden I can like just see how everything should be in the world. Just solve all of the world's problems while driving.
I know. And I like to be disconnected from my phone when I go for walks, but I also get so many great ideas that like I need it there. So I can either like voice note it to myself or like write a note. And sometimes like I get such good ideas for like creating content that I have to do it right then and there. And so I will, and then I'm like, okay, I got it done. Now I'm just gonna put my phone away. But yeah, like, it's so true. As soon as you step away from the scroll, like, that creative energy just flows so much better.
Man. Okay, let's talk about some other things that make you ridiculously happy. Like, I see your Instagram posts and stuff. Like, what are you doing with the kids? Like, I know they're back at school now. Like, thank goodness, get some distance.
I love, yes. Distance makes the heart grow fonder.
It does.
So true. Yes, no, like going on any little adventures. We love hiking, going out, like being outdoors, doing anything. I love giving them new experiences and seeing it through their eyes too. It just lights my soul on fire. Because like, I'm excited to do new things too, but their excitement is so contagious as well that it's just like, oh, I love this feeling. And like, just being able to adventure with them and give them different experiences also makes me ridiculously happy. And like the simple things too. So we, every morning or evening, depending on schedules, like, we'll play cards or board game together. And while sometimes it really does test my patience, I also love how excited they are to, you know, just play. And we I know for myself, like I sometimes forget the importance of play for even adults, right? And when I can kind of tune into their playfulness, I'm like, oh yeah, this feels way better than doing the dishes and like folding laundry, which is what I was going to do instead. So they're always my little reminders to be more playful and play more. And then like I have to incorporate my dog in this conversation as well, because he also makes me ridiculously happy. And we are always going on walks and little adventures together as well. And he, seeing like the joy in his face where he gets to like run beside me in the water and like frolic in the grass, you know, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it.
I have this thought that like kids know how to be happy, like pretty naturally. Like you're talking about all of these like new experiences that they have. And I think like as adults, we've kind of conditioned ourselves to not play unless it's in like a sanctioned period of time. Like we are going to the sport that we signed up to play on Tuesday and Thursday nights. Like that's when we play.
Yes.
But like kids know how to play all of the time. And like I'm thinking about like even doing the dishes or folding the laundry is so much more fun when you have music playing like really loudly and you're dancing with it. And then you're talking about your dog and I'm realizing like dogs are like the most naturally playful and like somehow every experience, they could be walking down the same street, doing the same route, seeing the same people that they see every single day. And yet their behavior is like, this is an entirely new smell. Like, I've never run so fast in my life. Oh my God, look at that wave or that leaf or that bird that I've never seen in my life. Like,
oh my God, yes. Yes. Yeah. And like every morning, it's like the first time he's ever set his eyes on me and he's so happy to see me. And I'm like, thank you. The feeling is mutual.
You're my favorite person that I've just met for the 10,000th time.
Yes, exactly. Every day for the last 10 years, but you are still like, wow, the best person in the world. And I love it.
Dogs and kids. Maybe not cats so much. Cats are judgy, but dogs and kids. There's like a saying that's like, your dog will like die beside you and your cat will eat you. Yes. Which is like kind of also a nice thing, but to a certain extent.
Yeah. That's just stuck with me for a long time. I don't know if it's true, but.
Oh, that's hysterical. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So like, do you have like anything that you love doing that makes you ridiculously happy that like you think is weird? I'm so curious. Tough question. Hard-hitting question.
That is a hard one that I think is weird. Well, I always tell my kids that weird is beautiful and it weird is normal. So I feel like what would be something weird that makes me ridiculously happy?
Other than the black
there has to be things. Popping pimples is like pretty rewarding
so
as well. So satisfying. And recently I had one on my back and I was like to my husband, can you pop this? And he's like, oh my God, no. And I was like, what? I popped your back pimples all the time. And he's like, you like popping pimples. I don't. And I was like, oh.
I could
Okay,
totally,
that's true.
I could totally see that being a thing that women prefer to do. Like, because I find it satisfying as well. But like, I could totally see women as like the nurturing types enjoying that. Like, it making sense that women enjoy doing that and not men so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fine.
Yeah. But I was like, rude. Can you, like, I can't reach it. Can you just do it?
Okay,
Luckily, my daughter stepped in and she was like, I can do it.
So this may be unfair to your husband, but I'm so curious now, like when the kids were like young and like, you know, had poopy drawers and like puke all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, which one of you was more squeamish about that stuff? Or were either of you?
No, like he was fine with all that. I definitely, like, no one likes throw up, but like I am definitely the one that like I don't love dealing with the throw up, and like I instantly feel sick to my stomach when I'm dealing with it, whereas like he's a lot better with it. But I'm also always questioning, you know, did you actually clean it up properly, or is it are we all going to get sick now because there's puke everywhere? So yeah, but like, you know, he'll like easily like clean up like pukey sheets and like be touching it and like getting it off into the garbage, and I'm like, oh God, what are you doing? And he's like, well, we can't wash it until the chunks are out. And I was like,
oh, that's hysterical.
Right. You're right. So
that's very logical. That's very logical. Yeah.
But no, like it is. My logical brain is not working when there's puking happening. I'm like, no. Just throw it all in the washing machine and the washing machine will deal with it.
They should. There should.
But yeah.
Actually, I'm shocked there isn't a puke function on washing machines now that I think about it. Right? There's like jeans.
Yeah.
There's a setting for jeans and delicates, but no puke.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the weirdest thing. Surely there's more, but I just don't think they're weird because they're my daily norms.
Right? Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. Someone asked me what my personality was recently, and I said weird. I don't know how else to answer that question.
I wouldn't either. I'd be like, yeah, weird and socially awkward, probably.
Yes, which I think like socially awkward these days really just means that you're not putting on a show for people, which I think most people at this point are exhausted with. I think like maybe that's a thing I'm noticing like post COVID is that people are too tired to do the social graces thing. Like,
it's so true.
I don't know how else to put that.
Yeah, no, I know, it's so true. And like I'll use my husband as an example again. He's not here. Can't stand up for himself. He's a social butterfly, and he could talk to anyone about anything and be flowing in conversation.
That's impressive.
Whereas myself, I don't. I don't know how to do that. And I will say hi to someone. And, you know, if they're not able to like start that conversation basically for me, then I'm like, that's it. Hi, like, have a good day. And sometimes my husband is like, you know, you're pretty like, why don't you try and like form some more friendships? And I'm like, I have lots of friends. And he's like, yeah, but like, why don't you like engage with other people, like other moms in the conversation at hockey? And I'm like, I don't know. We have nothing in common, and I don't have time for like the small talk piece.
Yes.
Like I want to go straight to talking about popping pimples.
Yes.
And poop. And, you know, whatever other weird thing comes to mind. And he's like, okay, well, and I'm like, and I have you always to lead the conversation when there's other people. So
Yeah. I definitely struggle with the small talk stuff. So like, what's new? Like, nothing.
yeah.
The number of times that I said over the summer, and it has persisted now into September. It was so hot this summer. Like, oh my God, I know. Okay, that's the conversation. See you later. Like, what's new? I don't know. I have no time to even think about what's new. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm like, how long do you have? Like, do you actually want to know what's new, or are you just saying that to like be nice?
Yeah. And then someone says,
I'll tell you.
Yeah. Well, and then someone says something unique, and I'm like, I am so into this conversation. Well, let's just sit down now, and like we could talk for like 10 hours, like just long conversations about the weirdest, like not even weird things, but like what we actually think. If I'm not having a conversation with someone about something like we actually think about the world, if it's just small talk, I can't. I'm like, I have nothing to contribute, nothing to ask. I just
I know.
Which is perhaps rude.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I don't know what else to do about it.
I don't know. I just I don't have time for it. I don't want to talk about surface level things. I just want to go deep. Let's go. Let's chat.
So like, okay, let's do this. So you tell me about your kids and like who they really are. Because like, how old are they now?
James is 8 and Claire is 6. And so James is an old man who's been here before.
Yes.
And he's just constantly in a rush to get older. Oh. And like he loves like being one of like the guys, and like him and my husband will just like, he just wants to chat with him all the time about like confirming stats and information. And he's also really into hockey. Okay. And so competitive hockey is our life these days. And he's U10 and it's just getting started. I know, to anyone who's listening to this and is like, you have no idea. Oh yeah. But so he's just getting started, but he loves it. And his aspiration is to be in the NHL, and he has no other goals in mind. And honestly, like, I think he can do it if he sticks to it and like continues to have that dream. So that is, and he also tries to be the parent often to his sister, which doesn't really work. And so that leads to a lot of arguments. Oh man. And I mean like most of the time he's right, but my husband and I are like, you are not the parent. Yeah. Please. You need to not add to the conversation when it's not like your role. Yeah. And so that is something he's learning about. He's really good at school too. So he's one of those kids who's just like the natural at everything he touches. And I was never that child. So when I see him doing it, I'm like, you are so freaking lucky that like everything is just easy for you. And my husband is very much like that as well. And so, everything he tries, he succeeds at, and he's good at. And so that is him. Now, Claire, she is her own. She's brand new here. She's not an old soul. She is so creative. And she'll have, like, it's pretty much like every morning she'll wake up and I'll see her light turn on in her room, and she'll be either like doing some drawing, like diving into some kind of art thing, like 6 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, man, I love that for you. I hope you never lose that like creative spark, and like remember that it's like first thing in the morning for you. Like you're on. And she's in gymnastics, and like she loves gymnastics. She doesn't want to do any post-secondary education. She doesn't want to have a career. She said she wants to be a mom and she wants to just live with us her whole life. And James is going to be in the NHL, so she'll just go wherever he goes. That's her plan. And she is so she's like my mirror in that she is everything that I think I was also supposed to be when I was a kid. But because of the way that I was raised, I couldn't let that sparkle out. And so it's really nice to see her sparkle. And like, she's like on her report card, the teacher's always like, Claire was such a joy to have in the class this year. Her smile just lights up the room. And she's not the one that has the natural abilities for everything. So she has to work really hard at every single thing. And I've learned the hard way that like, you know, I can't sign them both up for the same swimming class because while she is very good at it, James is just stronger and better. And that doesn't work. That just deflates her instantly. And like, she doesn't want to do it. She doesn't want to be a part of it if he's there. And so that's been a real learning curve. But yeah, when she's on her own, she's thriving. Oh my God, she's also so independent. And James is not. Like he needs another buddy to like be in the flow with, or like he needs Darce and I to always be engaging with him in something, whereas she can just, you know, entertain herself. You know, she does check-ins of like making sure we're still here, but she's always just her own little independent self. And yeah. Oh my God, last thing about her. She has this incredible ability to sell things. So yeah, it's weird. She's 6. She we're in Lions Head a lot this past summer because that's where our parents live, and we're on the beach. And she had her loom bracelet kit, and so she was just making loom bracelets. And she had this bright idea. I'm gonna go ask people to buy these, and I was like, that is so bold of you. Okay. So she just starts walking along the beach, asking people to buy these bracelets, and people buy the bracelets because it's a cute 6-year-old selling them. Yeah. And so, you know, after an hour or so, she makes like $40 selling these bracelets. And so then it becomes a thing. Every time we're at the beach, she's going to make these bracelets and sell these bracelets. And I'm like, okay. And she does. And so then they decide they want to do a lemonade stand. Okay. They're going to do a lemonade stand. They sell the bracelets. They sell lemonade. They sell freezies. They make $350 at this lemonade stand.
Oh my God.
In like 4 hours. People are just like, we don't want anything. We just love seeing kids selling things. They just throw money at them. And I'm like,
okay.
I need to like write down the strategy here.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I run a business. It's not that easy.
Maybe she should write a book.
Man. Right? Right. And then they came with me to an event I was speaking at, and they were like, Mommy, we want to sell your books. And I was like, I love this idea because you're going to sell them way better than I am. And yeah, I took 40 books with me. They sold every single book.
Oh my God.
And I was like, okay. So like James is basically there as like the bodyguard, but she is like, would you like to buy this book? And everyone's like, here, take my money. Here's more than enough. So yeah.
That's awesome.
That is Claire.
That is such an interesting combination of like positive traits in both of them. Okay. What do you think you are learning about yourself from? Yeah. And not just like their personalities, but raising them. Because like I find like sometimes watching parents, like they'll get so aggravated with their child who's doing this one thing, and I'm just like, this is you.
Yes. So me, James, and Darcy are all Aquarius, and that tends to be challenging because we are very stubborn, and our way is the only way. So for James is my biggest trigger child, because he is like, he's the leader that I am as well. And so, and Darcy as well, like, Darcy bashes heads the most with James as well, poor James. But he is definitely here to remind us to have an open mind, and that there isn't just one right answer that we think it is, and remind us to always like remember that, and continuously be asking questions, and that is sometimes very annoying because he is always asking questions, and I'm like, oh my God, can you just stop asking me? And like he will seriously do like an iteration of like asking why,
Yes.
why. But it's not like to be annoying. It's actually because he's like trying to figure the world out. And I'm like, okay, I'm tired. I'm intellectually tired. So he's definitely here for that. Claire, again, like the biggest, like I mentioned, like her sparkle and her shine is like what I wasn't allowed to be almost when I was a little girl. And like her wild spirit is what I was never expected or allowed to be. And like my mom is still like, she'll like comment that her hair is messy, and I'm like, shut up, like just leave her alone. Like yes, she has naturally wavy hair, it's not gonna ever look good until we get her older and she can actually deal with the wave. But like I was never allowed to be like that girl who could like basically be herself. So now she is reminding me, even like at my age, I'm like, oh yeah, I don't have to fit into a box to like please people. Like I can do my own thing, and it's okay. It's actually quite nice when you just do your own thing and aren't looking for approval from other people. So yeah, I think, and she's just like my little best friend. So there's not a lot that triggers me from Claire, because I think I think my inner child is like, I just want to be like you.
I love this. Like you're talking earlier about like taking them out and them having new experiences and you getting to see those new experiences. Like you're teaching them something or showing them something, right? And then like you're learning from them as well. Like I'm so curious. Did you think you were going to be like writing books like mad before you had kids?
No, I didn't think I didn't have my own business before I had kids. I was working in long-term care I was in the recreation department as like the rec manager. And then I was also an executive director for a few years before I had James. And I thought I was just going to work in long-term care forever. And then COVID hit and I was like, I don't have daycare and I don't really agree with what's happening in long-term care with this situation. So I quit and I was like, well, I guess I'm going to try and start my own business, see where this takes me. And like if you would have told me 10 years ago that I would have 4 published books and be working on a 5th one, I would be like, I don't know anything about that. Like, how would I do that? Right? So no, and I love how you just don't know, what the universe is going to throw at you next.
That is cool. That's so cool. What do you think
Yeah.
your husband's learning about himself from the kids? If you could guess.
Yeah. So, from Claire, the number, so like, if he says something that is out of line, that Claire thinks is out of line, she'll call him on it instantly.
That's awesome.
And yeah,
I
it's
love her.
hilarious. And she's been doing this since she could talk. And I will just be like standing somewhere in another room, like giggling. And he doesn't know how to respond because like no one calls him on his shit usually.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
From like his family members as well. And so she calls him on it, and that makes him think about it, and he'll be like, she's right. She's right. And it's just hilarious. It's just funny to listen to her little voice like call him out, and he has to basically renege what he says because he knows he's wrong. And with James, they're like a spitting image of each other. So we're giving James a lot of the opportunities that Darcy didn't get to have when he was a kid too, even like with hockey and stuff. And so it's this very fine balance for him that some days like you can see that he's like resentful if like, James is having a bad day and he's being, maybe grumpier or overtired, and Darcy will say something like, like you should be so grateful for this. Like I didn't have these opportunities. And so like that resentment piece will come out, but then also he's always just trying to give him more and allow him for the opportunities that he didn't want or he didn't get. So yeah, it's that delicate balance. And, I think that's the biggest thing for him, what I see anyways. He might have a different opinion. I should ask him later.
That's gotta be so hard as a parent to like, because kids do not understand.
No.
They're very like single-minded. Like they're very selfish, like in a good way that we are currently trying to convince adults to be. Like, think of yourself first.
Yes.
And yeah, they know what they want to do in the moment and what they do not want to do in the moment. And we suck at that as adults. We're dealing with all of this, like what I was raised to do. Like, this is the appropriate thing to do at the appropriate time.
Yes.
So it's got to be hard to look at kids with like the perspective of like 20, 30 years of experience that you have that they don't have, and training and all of
that. Yeah. And Darcy also, I just thought of something else that James especially reminds him to do is rest, because Darcy is very much like a workaholic, and like if he isn't at work, he's doing something else when he gets home, and like that lights him up, and that's great, but he also needs to rest and play. So the kids also, James mostly reminds him that he needs to play. And I think that James's personality of like needing one of us, mainly Darcy these days. I'm not as popular with James these days because I'm not the dad.
Yep.
He balances out Darcy's energy of like tearing him away from work so that they can play hockey or soccer or something together. So yeah, that's nice as well to see.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
How much of like your change in career do you think was connected to like what you're observing with the kids and like their different personalities? Because Claire kind of sounds like she's teaching you a lot in how to like creatively think about what it is that you want to do.
Totally.
And I imagine like working in long-term care was like that idea of like what I'm supposed to be doing, like have the salary job and work 5 days a week kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, have you thought about that?
Oh my God, all the time. And yeah, so like, you know, I went to school, I got a degree in sociology of health and aging and psychology, and I got a diploma in rec therapy, and then I walked right into a management position in long-term care, like right? And like, I loved it. Don't get me wrong. I did love it. I loved the people. I loved the residents. Like, there was obviously pros and cons to it. But yeah, like something deep inside me was like, is this it? Like imagine I could actually help these people before they had dementia and like this is the last stop basically before they die. Imagine I could like make them feel better so they had like a longer life and didn't have to have dementia. But like I didn't know how, I didn't know what was going to happen there. And like I worked for a year. James was in daycare for a year, and like I was pregnant with Claire, and like I remember just like sitting in the car before going to pick up James and breathing and being like, how the fuck am I going to do this for the rest of my life? Because this is a lot. Like you're going from being on at work to being on with your child, and then you're going to sleep. Is this it? Is this it? And so then I had Claire, and I didn't go back to work because of what I mentioned. And from then on, I'm always just being constantly reminded of like, the summers are really hard because you have a job where you work from home and you get to balance the work and your kids at the same time. But like, imagine the alternative. And that doesn't sound as good. And the busier that we get with sports, gymnastics and hockey, the more and more I want to be able to be, you know, again, like I can work from anywhere in the world now and still be able to make money and still be able to show up with my children and be at a hockey tournament in Toronto and be doing client calls in the truck, right? Like it's so flexible now. And if I didn't have the kids, I might still be working in long-term care, like living half fulfilled, you know?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely something to being productive in the day and feeling like you accomplished something. And I would imagine working in long-term care would be particularly fulfilling in that way because you're enhancing someone else's experience in that day one way or another. But like, I remember when I was working for a company full time and like, and I was working like 8:30 to 5. And that's not terrible. That's not a terrible schedule, but like I get home, I eat, I make my lunch for the next day, I go to bed, I get up, I go to work, and like then you're running all of the errands that you couldn't do while you were working through the week on the weekend. And then all of a sudden, the entire week is gone. Like you have had 0 time for yourself, and you get 2 weeks of vacation when you're like kind of expected to like, you know, whenever anyone asks you that question, what are you going to do with your vacation time? Like, I'm going to do absolutely nothing.
Yes.
Like, it's the only time I have to myself. Like, it's absurd, that whole, like, hey, it works very well for some people.
Yes.
But the amount of time that you are losing living like that is hard.
Yeah, it is. It is. And like, going back to like a hormonal standpoint, because it's what I am, it's so stressful
Yes.
It's so stressful. And I'm all for feminine rights, but it's like the downfall happened when we thought that we should all be working outside the home, raising a family, doing the housework, and being superwoman. Like, yeah, let's have the option to do that, but like, wow, we are becoming sick women because of this overdrive and hustle that we think that we need to constantly be in.
Well, and I mean, a big problem with that, right, is that the women who are outside of the home and have kids at home and still predominantly are doing most of the work at home.
Yeah.
And like, I can totally hear people say, well, men can do this too. Yes, there are men who stay home and who love that. I have a female friend who fully will admit, she's like, I want to be the breadwinner. I want to be making the money. My husband can stay home and take care of the kids. Like, good for, yay.
Yeah.
But I am just on this rampage right now about how we do that. Like, neither partner should be expected to do all of that. You can't do all of that. You cannot work all day, come home, feed children, feed your partner, feed yourself, sleep, get up, go do it again in the morning. It doesn't work. Like, you need a break. And it drives me absolutely insane that, you know, now in 2025, you have kids and maybe a grandparent stays with you for 2 weeks to help get you over the hump. Like, what hump? Like, you're just pregnant for 9 months and then you had this horribly physically traumatic event in your life, and now you're not going to sleep for like 18 years, probably.
That's right. Yeah.
Like, it's wild. Yeah. It's wild how we raise kids.
It is.
And
it is. It's very backwards. No wonder people are stressed and exhausted. And yeah, I don't know. Like, what? How many hours of sleep do you need in order to function just at minimum level? Like, what, 8 hours? 8.
Yeah. What parent is getting 8 hours of sleep, honestly?
Oh, well, it takes a lot of effort. I mean, I am most nights.
Yes.
This morning, though, James was up for a pee at like 4:15, and then that woke me up. And then I had to get up for a pee. And then there was this incessant cricket doing this chirp, 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 chirp. And I could not get back to sleep. I got out of bed at 5 finally, and I was like, oh, it's going to be a long day, but I'm okay.
And you're very intentional in how you like structure your life. And the way that your life is structured probably looks like totally wackadoodle to a significant portion of the population, right? Like, what, you do calls from the truck at your son's hockey games? Like, that's crazy. Like,
yeah. Oh, I thought of something weird that I really like. Yes. And that's getting up at like 5 a.m. I love getting up at 5 a.m.
Just having this conversation with someone this morning. Like, I would prefer to get up at 5 and like have the quiet time to myself to like get my brain on straight. What do you do when you get up at 5?
Oh, well, I have my lemon water and then I journal. And sometimes I listen to like some affirmations and like a meditation. Some days I'll do some yoga. Some days I will work on my book. Some days I'll just sit and drink my coffee in the peace and quiet. In the winter, we have a wood fire downstairs, so I like to sit in front of the fire and drink my coffee. But yeah, just being grateful for my me time.
Yes.
Is what I'm doing. And like the slowness. And I think that so many women need to slow down, right?
I think.
Instead of just like hustling and waking up to an alarm and then being in go mode from the time you jump out of bed, right?
I honestly think, yes, women do for sure. I think everyone does, honestly, needs them time. Like, I always used to get up at like 5 in the morning. And I thought I was a morning person because I was awake and alert and functioning and I didn't realize that I had a solid hour of silence until I got together with my ex, who would also get up early and then would talk to me first thing. And I'd be like, no words would come out. I'm just like not ready to speak.
Yes.
Oh, man. Yes. Yeah, I think everyone needs to slow down and have quiet. And actually, I don't know, maybe this is going to be in your book. I don't know. I think guys suck at that.
Yeah, they do. They do. It is in my book.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Remind us what this book is called.
Yeah. Man Down.
Yeah. When is it coming out?
Yeah. I think I'm on the second last or last chapter. So probably like by the end of September.
Okay. Well, that's impressive. That's like yeah, but you're really quick at publishing books, obviously.
I do. I have it down. It's taken me significantly less time than it did the first time. So this is great.
That is so cool. So good. Okay. Where can people find you, Hannah?
They can follow me on Instagram at Naturally Well by Hannah, Facebook as well. Mm-hmm. I do have the Holistic Goddess podcast as well. I'm mostly publishing an episode weekly. Mm-hmm. And those are my main ones. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm on Amazon too with my books.
I was going to say, coming soon to Amazon with Man Down.
Yeah, my books are all on Amazon as well.
I will link all of the books in the show notes. So.
Oh, amazing.
That's it for this episode of Ridiculously Happy Ppl. If you want more open and unfiltered conversations like this one, subscribe in your podcast app, rate the show, and leave a little review. I'm Sophia Lemon. I photograph oddballs, underdogs, and rebels in Bruce Grey, Simcoe, and Muskoka. I help my clients create visual triggers that literally make them more ridiculously happy people. You can book a photo session at sophialemon.com and find me on social media at Ridiculously Happy Ppl, and that's spelled PPL. Thanks for listening, and talk to you soon.